So last class, we were discussing limits and derivatives, right? We started exercise 13.1. So we'll do few problems before we proceed to derivatives. So for today, we are going to concentrate only on limits. There are almost 40 problems from this exercise. Let's solve them and then we will go. Just to recollect all the topics that we have discussed. I told you there are two types of limits that we need to verify when they ask a question stating that whether limit exists or not. One is you need to check the left limit and you need to check the right limit and we need to check the function value. Right? So what do you mean by left limit? Limit h tends to 0, f of x naught minus h, where x naught is a point at which you are trying to check the limit. Right limit is limit h tends to 0, f of x naught plus h, and function value is directly substitute the value of x naught in the function and then proceed. Okay. And I also told you some important points that if it is 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, what are we supposed to do? These are called as indeterminate form. For this, first we need to simplify the expression and then substitute the limit values. So having all these points in mind, let's start solving from fifth problem. So what is the question all about? Find the limits, right? So find the limits for all these functions. So when they say find the limits, you can just go with the direct substitution of limit. So how to proceed is limit x tends to 1, x minus 2 by x square minus 2. When I substitute 1 here, what am I going to get? 1 minus 2 is minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is going to give me infinity. Right? This is going to give me infinity. Similarly, this will also give me infinity. Okay, infinity minus infinity is also not defined. So what are we supposed to do? We need to first simplify and then proceed. See what I'm going to do. So x minus 2, the denominator I'm able to see x into x minus 1. I'm able to see x common. Minus 1 divided by this x cube minus 3x square plus 2x. How can you write it in terms of x minus 1?
X minus 1 the whole square.
It is not x minus 1 the whole square. See, actually, what will happen is, I can actually do one thing. If I take out x common, then it is x square minus 3x plus 2. So limit x tends to 1, x minus 2 divided by x into x minus 1 minus 1 divided by x into x square
X
minus
minus
3x. Wow, x minus 1 into x minus
minus 2.
Yes. So limit x tends to 1. I can take out 1 by x minus 1 from the denominator. So I'll be left out with x. Actually, I can take out x also. So what is that you will be left out with? You will be left out with x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 2. Accepted? So this will be limit x tends to 1. 1 divided by x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 the whole square is x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 1 the whole divided by x minus 2. So limit x tends to 1. 1 by x into x minus 1 into, I can write this as, see, x square minus 4x plus 3. So it is going to be x minus 3 into x minus 1 divided by x minus 2. I directly wrote it, guys, because here the numerator I'm going to get it as x square minus 4x plus 3. So if I factorize it, I'll get x minus 3 into x minus 1. X minus 1 gets cancelled. Now substitute x is equal, x tends to 1. You will have 1 minus 3 divided by 1 into 1 minus 2. So once you substitute the limit, this should not come. Okay. So it will be minus 2 divided by minus 1. Answer will be 2. So this is the limit. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So make a note of it, copy it. Done?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, can you scroll up a little bit, sir?
This one? Is this fine?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So moving on to the next problem. Evaluate limit x tends to 1, x power 15 minus 1 by x power 10 minus 1. So when you substitute the limit, what will you get? 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 1, it is 0 by 0 form. So we have to simplify and then proceed. So solution is limit x tends to 1, x power 15 minus 1, can I write it like this? X power 5 the whole cube minus 1 divided by x power 5 the whole square minus 1. Because 15 and 10 are multiples of 5. So if I take x cube as y, then the numerator is y cube. The numerator is of the form what? Y cube minus 1 and the denominator is y square minus 1. Y cube minus 1 is what? A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square divided by denominator is a minus b into a plus b. Then y minus 1 will get cancelled. So what I can write is limit x tends to 1. X power 5 the whole cube minus 1 can be written as x power 5 minus 1 into x power 5 the whole square x power 5 the whole square plus x power 5 plus 1 the whole divided by x power 5 minus 1 into x power 5 plus 1. So x power 5 minus 1 gets cancelled. Now substitute 1 and see. No? You will have 1 square plus 1 power 5 plus 1 divided by 1 power 5 plus 1, which is nothing but 3 divided by 2. Guys, if there is any doubt, I'm expecting questions. One minute. So it is 3 divided by 2. Next. So how to solve this one? Again, when you substitute x tends to 0, in the place of x you substitute 0, then it will be 1 plus 0 under a root minus 1 divided by 0. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 by 0 is also not defined. So how are we supposed to solve? We need to simplify it. So the hint here is, whenever you have square root of a minus square root of b, when you get 0 by 0 form, no, multiply and divide with its conjugate. That is root of 1 plus x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1 divided by x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. I hope everybody knows what is the meaning of conjugate. So conjugate of a minus b is a plus b. So limit x tends to 0. If you observe the numerator, if I take this as a and this as b, a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So square root of 1 plus x the whole square is 1 plus x minus 1 square is 1 divided by x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. So 1 and 1 will get cancelled. This will be limit x tends to 0, x divided by x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. So x and x will get cancelled. Limit x tends to 0, 1 divided by root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now substitute the limit. X tends to 0, 1 divided by 1 plus 1, 1 divided by 2. So answer is half. Copy it. Okay, next problem. Okay, from here onwards, I need to teach you some more concept. So till now, whatever we saw was related to algebraic functions. Now we are going to see limits of trigonometric functions, or I can say limits involving trigonometric functions. So make a note of it. Limit x tends to 0, sin x divided by x is 1. First write it down. So wherever trigonometric functions are getting involved, limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1. Limit x tends to 0 if you have cos x, it is 1. Limit x tends to 0 if you have tan x by x, that is also equal to 1. Just give me a minute. See. So limits of trigonometric functions. I'm not showing you the proof, which is not needed. Okay, it will unnecessarily confuse you because we have to take all the limits and inequalities into consideration. It will confuse you. So what I suggest is have this point in your mind. Limit x tends to 0. Okay, sin x divided by x is 1. So there are two ways to prove it. One of the ways is called as sandwich theorem, and there is another theorem called as Maclaurin's theorem, which is not needed for you guys again, because there is an expansion for sin x, which is done on a higher level. Okay, so have this point in your mind. Whenever the value of x is very small, sine of the value divided by x is 1. Example, if I give you a question like this, limit of y tending to 0, sine y divided by 3y, then what will be the answer? So I'm just teaching you how to apply this as a formula. How will you apply it?
It be 1 by 3, sir.
It is 1 by 3 because you will take that 1 by 3 outside. Limit y tends to 0, sine y by y is how much? Limit y tends to 0, sine y by y is 1. So 1 by 3 into 1 is going to be 1 by 3. Did you understand how to apply it? Similarly, you will have other set of questions like this. Limit x tends to 0, sine 3x divided by x is what?
Will it be 3?
How did you get it? 3 is right. So whenever this sine trigonometric function is getting involved and when the limit is always tending to 0, so how you need to remember is, for example, see, when I say limit x tends to 0, if I multiply with 3 on both the sides, can I say 3x is also tending to 0?
Yes, sir.
So you will have sine 3x divided by you have x. So look at the formula. The formula says, I'll suggest you a method to remember. Listen, limit something tends to 0, sine of something by whatever is inside that sign, that same thing should be in the denominator. Only then it is equal to 1. I'm repeating it. Listen, limit of something tends to 0, sine of something divided by the same thing in the denominator is equal to 1. So the meaning of this is, when limit x tends to 0, sine 3x by x was the question. When x is tending to 0, multiplying with 3 on both the sides, 3x also tends to 0. Limit 3x tends to 0, sine 3x, what should be in the denominator? Whatever is inside
3x
the
should
sign.
be in denominator.
So 3x should be in the denominator. So multiply with 3 and compensate it with 3. So when you do that, if you have just a number, that number can be taken out of the limit. So 3 times limit 3x tends to 0, sine 3x divided by 3x. What is this whole thing?
Will be 1, sir.
So 3 into 1 is 3. Did you understand?
So in denominator, there's any number, we just take it out. And if it's a numerator,
It's
we
not
multiply and
denominator.
divide.
See, it's not denominator. You have two things, right? Sine 3x by 3x is a function. 3 is a constant. So whatever is a constant can be taken out of the limit.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that is it. Guys, please make a note of this. So it is given C. Sine limit extends to 0, sine x by x is 1. Limit extends to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is 0. I'll tell you why it is so. Okay, let's do some examples. Shall I proceed?
1 minute,
No,
sir.
see. Yeah, right.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now listen. So, see, there is a small concept called as algebra of limits. It's not a very big deal. It's similar to how we deal with functions. So when you talk about algebra of limits, let's say there are two functions f and g. For example, f is function x, g is function sine x. Okay, let me take it like this. So limit x tends to a f of x and limit x tends to a g of x exist. Means both are valid. Both are valid in individual cases. They are not related to each other. Limit x tends to a f of x is existing in its own terms. Similarly, limit x tends to a g of x is also existing. If that is existing, when you try to combine these two functions and apply the same limit x tends to a, you can do 4 kinds of operations. One is you can do the sum of functions, difference, product, and quotient. So when you do limit x tends to a f of x plus g of x, then this limit x tends to a f of x can be done separately, plus limit x tends to a g of x can be done separately. Means this result and this result can be added together. Similarly, when you do difference, limit x tends to a f of x minus g of x, then limit x tends to a f of x can be done separately, limit x tends to a g of x can be done separately, and you can subtract both. Okay. Similarly, when you do product, it's the same thing. You can do the limit of this separately, you can do the limit of this separately, and then what are we supposed to do? Multiply both. So dot means multiplication. Similarly, when you talk about quotient, limit x tends to a f of x by g of x, it is limit x tends to a f of x separately divided by limit x tends to a g of x separately, where g of x is not equal to 0. See, try to understand. Limit x tends to a, g of x can be 0. It is possible. Whereas the function g of x alone cannot be 0. Because it's a rational function. Okay. And lastly, if a function f of x is multiplied by a constant lambda, then that lambda can be taken out of the limit and we can apply the limit to the function alone, like how I did here. Limit x tends to 0, sine 3x by 3x into 3. This 3 is what is lambda. I took out of the limit and then I applied limit only for the function. So that's what this theorem states. Okay. Since we have already seen this in the case of functions, I didn't stress much. And we have also applied it to other problems as well. Till now, whatever example we did, we applied this concept. Clear, guys? So in the same context, what is going to be the value for this? Limit x tends to 0, sine 4x divided by sine 2x. So what I'm going to do is observe. So wherever sine is involved, no, you should have it in the form sine x by x. So here you have 4x. So what should be in the denominator?
4x should be there.
And compensate it with 4x divided by, can I write it like this? Sine 2x by 2x into 2x. I hope you understood what I did to the denominator also. Right?
Yes, sir.
So what will get cancelled? 4x, x and x get cancelled. Now see. So this whole thing is f of x. This whole thing is g of x. Now what can I do? Limit x tends to 0. Sine 4x by 4x into 4 divided by limit x tends to 0. Sine 2x by 2x into 2. Can I write it like this? Which implies this 4 can be taken out, 2 can be taken out. So 4 by 2 into limit x tends to 0, sine 4x by 4x, the whole divided by limit x tends to 0, sine 2x by 2x. So what is the answer for this?
No, sir.
Sorry?
I mean, our 1, sir. This will be 1.
It is 1. This thing,
It will also be 1, sir.
1. So what is that you are left out with? Okay. So the shortcut to find the answer is whenever you have sine by sine, coefficient of numerators x divided by the coefficient of denominators x. That is 4x by 2x. Answer is 2. So your final answer should be that, but you have to show all these steps. I told you the shortcut only for you to verify whether your answer is right or not.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Limit x tends to 0, tan x by x. So tan x can be written as sin x divided by cos x, the whole divided by x. So this can be written as limit x tends to 0, sin x by x, the whole divided by limit x tends to 0, cos x. Did you understand what I did? I combined this x with cos x. So I took sin x by x as one function, cos x as another function. So what is the answer for this? Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. Numerator is 1. Limit x tends to 0, cos x. When you substitute x is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1. Answer is 1. Am I clear? Next. So limit x tends to 3x plus 3. So take 3 and substitute it here. Answer will be 6. Limit x tends to pi, x minus 22 by 7. So what is the answer? Take pi and substitute it here, pi minus 22 by 7. So if pi is taken as 22 by 7, answer will be 0. Okay. Next. Limit r tends to 1 pi r square. Tell me how to solve this. Limit x tends to 4 means you can directly substitute the value. So it will be 16 plus 3 divided by 2. It is 19 by 2. What is the answer for this, guys? Minus 1 power 10 plus minus 1 power 5 plus 1.
Minus
The whole
1 by 2, sir.
1 minus 5, sorry, 1 minus 1 plus 1. Minus half. Answer for this. It is of the form 0 by 0. So what are we supposed to do?
Simplify, sir.
Yes, we have to simplify. So we know what is a plus b the whole power n, right? It is nc naught a power n minus 0 b power n. Sorry, b power 0 plus nc1 a power n minus 1 b power 1 plus so on ncn a power 0 b power n. Do you guys remember this? So here when you apply the formula, it will be phi c naught x power 5 plus phi c1 x power 4 plus phi c2 x cubed plus phi c3 x square plus phi c2 x plus phi c1 the whole divided by x. Guys, do you remember this? Also, NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So limit x tends to 0. Phi c naught is 1. So x power 5 plus phi c1 is 5. 5 into x power 4 plus 5c2 is how much? 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. So it is 5 into 4 divided by 2. It will be 10. So phi c2 is same as phi c3 according to this formula. This will also be 10. Phi c2 is same as, sorry, phi c4. Yeah? Phi c4 and this is phi c5. So phi c4 is same as phi c1. That will be 5x plus phi c5 is 1. And you have a minus 1. Because this whole thing is x plus 1 the whole power 5 minus 1 is there, and you have an x in the denominator. So 1 and 1 will get cancelled. So what will be left out? X into x power 4 plus 5x cube plus 10x square plus 10x plus 5, the whole divided by x. Cancel it. So what will be the answer, guys?
Five, sir.
Is there anyone who is not clear with what I did? Now we'll go to the next problem. See. Solution. Limit x tends to 2, 3x square minus x minus 10 divided by x square minus 4. So when you substitute 2, what are you going to get?
0, 0.
0. Yes, you are getting 0 by 0 form. So limit x tends to 2. You have to factorize the numerator and denominator separately. So when I factorize it, I can write as 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10, the whole divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2. So how did I do that? The coefficient of x square and constant multiplied is 30. The factors of 30 which will give you minus 1 is minus 6 and 5. So limit x tends to 2, 3x into x minus 2 plus 5 into x minus 2, the whole divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2. So what are you going to get? Limit x tends to 2, you will get 3x plus 5 into x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 into x plus 2. So x minus 2 gets cancelled. So what will you get? When you substitute x tends to 2, it will be 6 plus 5 divided by 4. 11 by 4 is the answer. Okay. Similarly, limit x tends to 3, x power 4 minus 81 by 2x square minus 5x minus 3. So when you substitute in the numerator, 3 power 4 minus 81 divided by 2 into 9 plus 5 into 3 minus 3. So 81 minus 81, 0. 18 minus
0,
15,
sir.
0 only, no? 3 minus 3, 0. So we have to again factorize it. Limit x tends to 3. X power 4 minus 81 can be written as x square minus 9 into x square plus 9. Right? Because x power 4 is x square the whole square minus 9 square. What will be the answer for denominator? 2x square minus 6x plus x minus 3. I hope you understood what I did. I just factorized it. So x minus 3 into x plus 3 into x square plus 9, the whole divided by 2x plus 1 into x minus 3. This is limit x tends to 3. Okay. So x minus 3 gets cancelled. Now when you substitute the limit, what are you going to get? 6 into 18, the whole divided by 7. 108 by 7 is the final answer.
Yes.
Right. Ninth one is very easy, guys. So x tends to 0. A into 0 plus b divided by c into 0 plus 1. Answer is b. Right? So what is the answer? So when you substitute 1, it is 0 by 0 form again.
Yes, sir.
So what will you get? Limit z tends to 1. If you observe, z power 1 by 3 can be written as z power 1 by 6 the whole square. By the denominator is already z power 1 by 6 minus 1. So z power 1 by 6 the whole square minus 1 square is what? It is z power 1 by 6 minus 1 into z power 1 by 6 plus 1 the whole divided by z power 1 by 6 minus 1. This and this will get cancelled. When you substitute z tends to 1, answer will be 2. Did you understand what I did? I knew here I had a square minus b square form. So I wrote it as a minus b into a plus b, and then we got the answer. Okay. Next. Limit extends to 1. You guys tell me what is the answer. It will be a plus b plus c in the numerator, c plus b plus a in the denominator. Since they have told a plus b plus c is not equal to 0, answer will be 1.
You don't have to substitute, no, sir. Like, I mean, no need to
Yes.
simplify, no, sir.
No need. No, it is the same. No. A plus b plus c is same as c plus b plus c. Had it been 0, then we could have not solved this problem. That's it. It's only one step. So here, what are you going to get? So when you substitute minus 2 minus 1 by half plus half divided by minus 2 plus 2. Numerator 0, denominator is also 0. So what are we supposed to do?
Simplify,
Simplify.
sir.
So take LCM. X plus 2 divided by 2x, the whole divided by x plus 2. This x plus 2 and this x plus 2 will get cancelled. So now you substitute the limit, it will be minus 1 by 4. Okay, this is the 12th one. What about the 13th? Limit extends to 0, sine ax divided by bx. So limit extends to 0. If sine of ax means what should be in the denominator?
Ax, sir.
Ax, right? So we need to divide it and compensate it. It will be sine ax divided by ax into ax divided by bx. You understood why this bx is there? Because it's the denominator. So this x and x will get cancelled. A by b is the constant, so it will come out of the limit. A by b into limit extends to 0, sine ax by ax. What is the answer? This whole thing is 1.
1.
Right. So 14th one, even without solving, tell me what should be the answer. I told you a shortcut, right? What is it? The answer is sine of ax means that will give you an a. Sine of bx means that will give you a b. Answer should be a by b. So let's prove it. Limit x tends to 0. Sine ax, what should I have in the denominator? I should have an ax and multiply it back with ax. Okay, x and x will get cancelled. So in the numerator, a will come out. A into limit x tends to a or x tends to 0. Sine ax by ax, the whole divided by b into limit x tends to 0. Sine bx by bx. This whole thing is how much? 1. And this whole thing is 1. So answer would be a by b.
Is it necessary
Easy,
that
right?
in each step we have to write limit of x tends to 0?
Till you substitute, you have to write.
Okay, sir.
Till you substitute, you have to write. Okay. Next. So this is a good problem. Okay, mark it as important. I want you all to try it again. So I'm going to use a method called as substitution method. So it states like this. Limit x tends to pi means, can I say limit pi minus x tends to 0? See, extending to pi means, if I do pi minus x on left hand side, right hand side will be pi minus 5. So pi minus x tends to 0. Guys, accepted? Am I clear or not? Okay. You can ask me, why did I take pi minus x into consideration? Why not x minus pi? I took pi minus x because what is inside sine? What is the angle inside sine? It is pi minus x. That gave me the idea. Okay. Now I'm going to see. I'm going to say pi minus x is equal to y, which implies limit y tends to 0, sine y divided by pi into y. So out of all these terms, what can come out of the limit? So it is 1 by pi that can come out. 1 by pi into limit y tends to 0, sine y by y. So what is the answer for this?
1, sir.
So answer will be 1 divided by pi.
So could you go up a bit?
Got it?
Just 1 minute. Copy.
You're copying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do it. Let me know once you're done.
So just a second. Then sir.
Now see. Limit extends to 0 cos x by pi minus x. You can directly substitute. That is cos 0 divided by pi minus 0. Cos 0 is 1, pi minus 0 is pi. 1 by pi is the answer. Okay. Next. This is also an important. So listen, solution. Limit extends to 0. Okay. Cos 2x can be written as 2 cos square x minus 1. See, there are three formulae, right? Cos 2x is actually cos square x minus sine square x. It is 2 cos square x minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sine square x. Right? So what I will do is, I will write it as 1 minus 2 sine square x minus 1. So the reason why I am writing is, when you substitute x tends to 0, cos 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 1, 0 by 0 form. So we have to simplify it. Divided by cos x, I can write it as 1 minus 2 sine square x by 2 minus 1. Guys, do you know this? So what I'm trying to say is, if cos 2x, then it will be 1 minus 2 sine square x, half of that angle. If it is cos x, here it will be 2 sine square x by 2. I hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
So 1 and 1 will get cancelled. Here also 1 and 1 will get cancelled. So what is that you have in the numerator and denominator? You have minus 2 sine square x divided by minus 2 sine square x by 2. Minus gone, 2 and 2 are gone. So this is the tricky part. Limit extends to 0, sine square x by sine square x by 2. Now see. Limit extends to 0. Can I write it as sine x by x into x the whole square
Yes, sir.
divided by limit extends to 0. I have sine square x by 2. Sine square x by 2 is nothing but sine x by 2 the whole square. So can I write it as sine x by 2 divided by x by 2 into x by 2 the whole square?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, limit extends to 0. I will treat sine x by x as separate term, x as separate term. So sine x by x the whole square into x square the whole divided by limit extends to 0. Sine x by 2 by x by 2 the whole square into x square divided by 4. Why is it x square by 4? Because it is x by 2 the whole square, x square by 4. Right? So x square here and x square here will get cancelled, which implies limit extends to 0. What is this, guys? See, limit extends to 0. Sin x by x is how much?
1, sir.
So it is 1 square, that's it. Divided by limit extends to 0. Sin x by 2 by x by 2 is also
1 square.
1. So it is 1 square into you have 1 by 4. This 4 will go to the numerator. So 4 multiplied with 1. Answer will be. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So it's an important problem. I suggest you all to practice it again. Got it?
Just
Shall I move
one
on or?
minute. Just
Yeah,
a minute.
copy.
Done, sir.
Okay. Let's do the next one. So what is going to be the answer for the next one? If you substitute 0, a into 0 is 0 plus x, 0 into cos x is 0 divided by b into sin 0 is 0. So it will be 0 by 0 form. So here also we have to
So cos
simplify.
0 is 1, no, sir.
Cos 0 is 1, but here you have x, no. This will become 0.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
So solution is limit x tends to 0. See, I'm splitting and writing, okay? Ax divided by b sin x plus x cos x by b sin x. Accepted. So what I'm going to do is limit x tends to 0. Can I take this a by b outside? So a by
Yes, sir.
b into x divided by sin x plus limit x tends to 0. Here I can take out 1 by b common. I have x cos x divided by sin x. Now tell me one thing. A by b into limit x tends to 0. Can I write x by sin x as 1 by sin x by x? Plus 1 by b into limit x tends to 0. Can I write this as cos x divided by sin x by x? Now tell me guys. A by b into, if I substitute the limit here, I will get 1 by 1. Plus 1 by b into, if I substitute the limit here, I will get 1 by 1. So what is the answer? A by
A
b, it will be a
plus
plus 1.
1 by b.
That's the answer.
Done, sir.
Okay. So one last problem, 19th one. So when you substitute the limit, 0 into secant 0, answer is because secant 0 is 1, 0 into 1 is going to give us 0. Wait, there's a simple one. Okay. So we can actually stop with this. Tomorrow we'll do from 20th till the last. With that, limits will be over. Okay. I hope everyone is able to understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's see. Just wait for a minute.